My dearest brothers and sisters. This is Hakann speaking. I greet you in peace and love. To us, peace doesn't just mean the absence of war. Peace means the presence of everything that is needed for people to achieve their soul's desire in their current lifetime. That, and more, is what I wish for every one of you. Today I'd like to tackle a somewhat controversial topic: homosexuality. Is it natural? What do Pleiadians think about it? Do higher consciousness beings have sex with someone of the same gender? Recently the channeler got the following question.
Pardon my 3D curiosity, but why would a highly evolved soul of the higher dimensions incarnate, let's say in the 6th or 7th dimension as a male, just so it can experience another male, when it can incarnate as a female and have those experiences? One may say, well, it wants a male-on-male experience, and to that I simply say it does not resonate, for beings in higher dimensions to be after such experiences in those dimensions. I know quite a few channeled sources have shared basically stating that these are natural and present in the higher dimensions also, homosexuality in particular. However, I will wait and see for myself.
There's no need to ask for a pardon. In fact, I appreciate the message. Nearly always when someone asks a question, there are many more people who are wondering about the same thing. That is certainly the case here. Let's talk about homosexuality. First of all, the Pleiadian rule of thumb is that we allow other people to do as they wish, so long as they're not directly harming other people. That means that we're against beating people up or discriminating against people because of their sexual orientation. As for the question, is homosexuality natural? Yes, it is. Animals engage in homosexual behavior too. As for the question, do higher consciousness beings have sex with someone of the same gender? It depends which level of consciousness you're talking about. Most Pleiadians prefer intercourse with people of the opposite gender, but most Pleiadians also have homosexual intercourse at some point in their lives. However, certain races of very high consciousness beings do have heterosexual sex and simply do not have homosexual sex. It's not banned, it's simply that no one in those races desires or chooses to have homosexual intercourse. These beings are higher consciousness than we Pleiadians are. Why is this the case? Well, there are various reasons. I will give one. Most Pleiadian men do not embody the divine masculine in all its facets. Also, most Pleiadian woman does not embody the divine feminine in all its facets. A Pleiadian man may want to have intercourse with another Pleiadian man who embodies an aspect of the divine masculine that he doesn't yet embody. This can either be a conscious choice, or the man can simply be attracted to someone who embodies a trait that he himself does not yet embody. By the way, this is often how attraction works. People tend to be attracted to people who represent or embody something that the person wants to be or to receive. So for example, an earthling woman who always plays it safe may become attracted to a wild, adventurous man. Perhaps this woman doesn't actually love this man himself, she just wants adventure and excitement in her life. So maybe this woman could take a step back and ask herself if she actually loves this person, or if she just wants more excitement and adventure in her life, and if so, what the best way would be to get that. So to come back to our Pleiadian man, he might be attracted to another man who embodies a trait of the divine masculine that the man himself does not yet embody. And he may want to have sex with this other man. There is absolutely nothing wrong with any of this. Of course, there are also other reasons why he might love or want to have sex with this man. I am not saying this is the only reason. However, males of certain higher consciousness races already embody the full divine masculine. So there is no pull or attraction for him towards other men. And the same goes for women. Males of those higher consciousness races may be in touch with their feminine side and may have a balanced energy, but they're still more masculine than feminine. They may be, for example, 70% masculine energy and 30% feminine energy. So those men still feel a pull to connect with and be with a woman. This is one way in which Pleiadians do feel attracted towards same-sex partners, and why Pleiadians somewhat regularly have homosexual intercourse. However, even higher consciousness beings than us don't. There are also other factors. But hopefully this gives you some idea. So the idea that very high consciousness beings do not have homosexual intercourse is actually correct. However, Pleiadians simply aren't very high consciousness yet. We actually still have our own flaws in areas where we still lack consciousness and awareness and development. The reason why we Pleiadians are often the ones contacting Earthlings is not because we're the highest consciousness race out there. We're not. The reason for that is that we're very close to Earthlings, in multiple ways, and because our relatively medium level of consciousness is not so high that it would be hard for Earthlings to relate to us. For us Pleiadians, we still feel a pull towards having homosexual intercourse, we still enjoy it, and for us it still provides soul growth. Just because it's something that higher consciousness beings do not benefit from or want to engage in, doesn't mean that it's not something that many of us benefit from or want to engage in. To be clear, I do not mean to imply that most Pleiadians are homosexual. They're not. Instead, most Pleiadians are mostly attracted to the same gender, but also attracted to a few individuals of the same gender. And it's really easy for Pleiadians to come into contact with those few same-sex individuals, so most Pleiadians do. Hence most Pleiadians have homosexual intercourse somewhere in their lifetimes. Also, it's relatively common for Pleiadians to find a mate of the opposite gender, and to agree with them that they're both free to have homosexual intercourse with anyone, but they can only have heterosexual intercourse with each other. That, too, can push Pleiadians who want adventure or new experiences to engage in homosexual intercourse. That said, most Pleiadians do generally prefer intercourse with people of the opposite gender. And naturally, some Pleiadians choose to never have same-sex intercourse. Finally, I am not saying that Earthlings who do not have homosexual intercourse are higher consciousness than Earthlings who do have homosexual intercourse. Literally no physically incarnated Earthling has the level of consciousness of the beings who as a race do not feel any pull towards homosexual intercourse. So that is not relevant. I do not say this to belittle you, I just do not want to encourage Earthlings to think that homosexual Earthlings are lower consciousness than them. They are not. This is actually a somewhat common mistake that Earthlings make. They observe some high consciousness being and think that if they act like him or her, then automatically they will get the consciousness of him or her. But it does not work like that. This is like living in Siberia and observing some great master in Hawaii, and concluding that because this master does not wear a winter coat, you should not wear a winter coat either. Obviously, this does not work. Instead, make the trip to Hawaii first, attain a higher consciousness first, and then you will no longer need your winter coat. But that doesn't mean that throwing away your winter coat today is a good idea. Similarly, just because very high consciousness beings choose not have homosexual intercourse and do not benefit from it, does not mean that Earthlings should not have homosexual intercourse. Earthlings who feel a pull towards it should feel free to engage in it and should not be discriminated against. Naturally, we are also not saying that everyone needs to have homosexual intercourse. If you don't feel drawn to that, don't have it. We hope this helps. I love you endlessly, no matter what choices you make, no matter what your sexual orientation is. Your star brother, Hakann.